Well, good morning, good people. It is Monday, September the 26th. I think I have a cousin whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Bay, if you're listening, which she may or may not be, but I'm just saying happy birthday anyway. The universe will hear me say happy birthday and will send it. Or I also could just send a Facebook post, which is probably what I'll end up doing is sending a Facebook post. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday morning, September 26th. We're going to see what the market has to offer us this morning, see what kind of fun we've got. I'm giving a minute for YouTube and Facebook and all the people to let the other people know that we're here. I want the people, all the people, to know that we're here. Let's see if Facebook can tell them, is if YouTube can tell all the people. Hope everybody had a really good weekend. I have to say that mine was pretty good. I was productive on most fronts. I got a couple of good walks in. I'm trying to increase my um, amount of physical activity because we do know that trading is a very sedentary thing. Trading is very sedentary, so which means you sit a lot. That's what, those big words. Y'all got the SAT words. Their SAT words are sedentary, right? We don't want to be sitting as much, but that happens that where we sit too much, and that's a job. The task of it. Now say task. The thing that the trader has to contend with is the fact that we sit a lot. All right. I'm trying to make sure that all the places are up and running to make sure that we can go live and be in living color. Okay, make sure everybody can hear me. I see some comments. Good morning, Ward. How you doing? Ward, I never did hear from you yesterday about what's going on. The market just opened. The market just opened. Hooty hoo. The market just opened. I was trying to turn on my thinker swim so that we could see what was going on, but it doesn't want to show up just yet. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think that's what I saw was I had some alerts that were set, and looks like those alerts may have what? What is all this? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for. What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What you looking for? Got you looking for. Okay, let's go. Happy Monday. Hello, Ward. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Karen. And hello, Tanya. It's the VIX. The VIX is at 16.01. My thinker swim is still deciding that it wants to open. So I need to see these. A lot is happening over here. I set some alerts over in my sim account and they're popping off, baby. The alerts are popping off. But I can't seem to get thinkorswim open on my screen, maybe because it feels like it's doing too much on this computer. The VIX is at 16.01. Let me stay on the task for which I was trying to stay on. 1601, basically. Morning, Marcia. All right, we'll talk later. Sounds good. Let's see what's left. Okay. So, good morning, Jamie.
Hey, good morning.
Yahoo. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Nvidia earnings is going to put the stocks rebound to the test. Yes, see, those earnings is going to probably put it to the test. So we can now that's going to be Wednesday. We're going to talk about earnings here in a minute, but Nvidia earnings is Wednesday. US stock futures diverge as investors weigh the rate cut path. AI's insatiable energy demand is going nuclear. That's the other piece. AI has to run them chips, and that's a lot of heat. A lot of heat, right? Canada to put 100% tariff on Chinese EV imports like Tesla. Okay. Canada's going to do that. Nvidia earnings, Fed rate cuts, Israel, somebody, the three things, opening bill on Wall Street. Is Nvidia still a top AI investment? I feel like there's other AI things that you can invest in. Again, Nvidia is like not the only name. and there's Marvel, there's OWN, there's ARM, there's Taiwan Semiconductors, there's Intel. Morning, Lisa. There's Marvel. There's so many other ones that can be put that you can be looking at too that really have the opportunity to do the 10x. Nvidia, I'm not saying it doesn't have the opportunity to 10x, but what I'm saying is there are other smaller babies who to 10x from where they are is going to seem like less of a stretch. That's what I'm saying. Right, that's what I'm saying about that. Stocks are flat to start the week with S&P 500 near record highs. We're all-time high. I think we're gonna wait to see whether we can have a little pop here or what or the what. Okay, our calendar for today, we've got core durable goods at 8:30 it was, and durable goods here, the durable goods 9.9%, they were projecting 4%, so that's a green, right? Previous was down 6.7%. And the core durable goods is down 0.2%. It was projected to be 0%, but that's a little red, only a little, but those were orange folders, right? Tomorrow we've got CB consumer confidence happening at 10 o'clock. Wednesday, we've got FOMC members speaking, and we've got crude oil. This is also the day we've got NVIDIA earnings aftermarket, NVIDIA, Affirm, some others that are big names. Thursday, we've got preliminary GDP before market opens. That's something that you want to take note of. Pending home sales. And then Friday, we've got core PCE price index. That's going to be Friday morning before the market opens as well. Okay. Coming to the stage is the earnings. Speaking of which, I mentioned earnings. We've got some people this morning I don't recognize. I don't know them. Viomi and this is Panduo Duo. I think I do know them. Panduo Duo was this morning. I do know PDD, which is we've traded PDD a little bit over in Impact. I do know that one. Okay, didn't mean to go there just yet. Back to the earnings. Trip.com. This afternoon, after market closes, Tuya, Woodmark, BHP, and Heiko. Tuesday morning, we got Scotiabank, BMO, a lot. Scan Source is here. Is that NEM or is that a NEX? I can't see it. Something Energy is going to be there. Main Celestial is there. Tuesday after market closes, we've got Sentinel One, Box, PVH, Encino, Nordstrom, Ambarella, Semtech, and UMA. Can't see what's underneath this little thingy. Wednesday morning, we've got Abercrombie & Fitch, Chewy is there, Kohl's, Foot Locker, Bath & Body Works, RBC, and again, can't see who's underneath there. And then Wednesday aftermarket, we're anticipating NVIDIA. That one's there. CrowdStrike, Affirm is here. Salesforce, Okta, Pure Storage, Viva, Five Below, HP, NetApp. Those are there Wednesday after the market closes. And Thursday morning, we got Best Buy, Dollar General, American Eagle, Burlington, Ollie's, Camels, Birkenstock, Polestar, Strata Systems, and NET. Thursday after close, Dale, Lululemon, Ulta, Marvel, which again is in the semiconductor space, Gap, Autodesk, Mongo, 3D Systems, Elastic, and Domo. And then Friday morning before open, Jinko, Miniso, and Frontline. Okay, let me tell you what Adam's numbers are. Adam says on Thursday and Friday, my target off of 55.68.73. The buy zone was 56.33, and SPX certainly agrees, testing it 4 times just since Friday morning. Plan today, no change. Keep holding runners from Friday. 56.22 held 2 times, but it's weak support. Basing above keeps 56.52, 56.67 to 70 alive. And if 56.22 fails, then we sail to 56.10. This number down here should be 20. The gap between ES and SPX is 20. SPX 567 for the call credit spread and 561 for the put credit spread. Jamie says not Intel, just skip them. Listen, Intel is trying to do what they can do. Okay. Jamie, you have taken the con.
Okie dokie. First of all, hope that everybody had a great weekend. This is if I can share my screen real quick. And we are going to let me know what you see, Alyssa. one. There you go. It'll be this one. So can you see the earnings list?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for today's August 26th, our tech talk for today. And I just want to circle back to our earnings and just to make sure that everybody gets nice size heads up for earnings for this week. Um, so what you're looking at right now is the list for earnings that is provided to us by Earnings Whispers, right? So number one, don't forget that this is just a subset of all of the earnings that's out there. If you would like to see like the actual larger list of earnings, the place that I always go is finance.yahoo.com. And I pretty much hang out there whenever I want to see like the full earnings list, because that's when you just see six, 700 people that is going to be reporting for the time frame. So for those of you who have not done that, I will or have not used that site, Yahoo Earnings Calendar. You can always Google it. Of course, I will make sure that I put the link directly to the website. But that's going to show you the whole list. But anyway, so what I have here is everything that you see in purple. Okay, all the ones that you see in purple. Everything in purple and green is all tech. It's all the tech sector. I just want to highlight though that we should be looking out for what's going on with Triple Q, XLK, and SOXL. So what you're seeing here is in the purple is pretty much all the stuff that will be considered like it will be tech sector, but the industry would be like software applications or software infrastructure or information technology services, that kind of thing. And then the stuff that's in green, all the green boxes, would be the people who are doing either not just semiconductors, but also they're supplying materials, all still in the tech sector, but they're supplying materials, they're electronic components, things like that. Sometimes we look at the main hitters that are over in the tech sector, and then we sometimes I don't want to say ignore, but maybe overlook some of the smaller players that are also making noise in that space. And so as of so when we're looking at Tuesday, when it comes to XLK, Triple Q, I will be looking for what's gonna happen after close, because we definitely have some tech movement there. Also after close on Wednesday and after close on Thursday, there's going to be a lot of movement. As Alyssa had pointed out before, Marvell is one that a lot of people probably are not as aware of, but they are definitely really heavy in that space. But some of these other companies as well. Obviously, people know Dropbox, but these other names are ones that are in that space too. So I would definitely be aware of what's going on, SOXL, XLK, and Triple Q. The other thing to keep in mind too is that when we're talking about technology, whenever I'm talking about technology, there's actually the grouping for technology, or shall I say all the industries that are inside technology, is information services, software applications, software infrastructure, which is probably gonna, we're gonna be hitting some of those all up in here. There's a computer hardware, which probably would be like Dell, electronic components, scientific and technical instruments. You'll have some of those down there. Besides semiconductors, you also got in this group, maybe not reporting here, but you also got communications equipment is in the tech sector, as well as consumer electronics, which I believe is where they would have like Apple. And then you got like electronics and computer distribution, semiconductor equipment and materials, which is probably where you're going to get Elastic down here. And then the ones that I'm always forgetting to talk about is anything dealing with solar, because solar is also in considered the tech space as well. Again, most of the time when we're referring to the tech space, we're usually thinking semiconductors, but I'm pretty sure most of you know a lot of either solar and or EV companies. But I know me, I wasn't thinking of them as being in the tech space, but they are definitely considered part of that space. So that's just one thing to be aware of. And then also keep in mind Triple Q, XLK, and I believe SOXL are in the closer to their seller zones right now. So be careful when you're trading for the next couple of days as well, because sometimes that will gap up when you have something that's that close, depending on earnings. And of course, everybody is watching Nvidia to see what Nvidia does. So we definitely want to make sure that when we're doing our thing and trading this week, that we trade carefully. In other words, don't just look at Nvidia as the only one to be looking out for. Sometimes Salesforce makes some noise and some things happen with them. But we know Nvidia is the strongest heavy hitter here for this week, but it's not the only one that could cause some movement in that space. All right. So besides that, the other thing I'll say is for us as traders, a lot of times we might focus on when it comes to our brokerages, we may focus on just one of the platforms. I know me, I'm heavy on the desktop platform because that's where I use, that's what I'm using the most. But I definitely want to say, if you get a chance, I would highly advise anybody to try to add at least one other of the platforms to your knowledge base. So the one that I'm working on is the mobile version. I mostly trade with Tasty Trade, but I'm working on learning the mobile version because I realized I was limiting myself, even though I don't have to hang out at my desktop all day. I was limiting myself to where I can trade by not at least learning one other platform. And don't forget, a lot of these brokerages will have if they have, especially if they have a Mac version, but you might be able to download it on the tablet. And if you're on the tablet, for me, I didn't like the mobile version, the cell phone version, because I didn't have enough screen space. But a lot of them are compatible in terms of screen space with iPad and or a tablet. So you can get the screen space that you want and still be compatible. So just keep those things in mind.
I think that's a really good point that you make because some one thing that I do is I may use my desktop or my computer screen to look at the chart, but then I may make the moves or on my tablet, or I'm using the tablet for the and I'm using my phone to make the trade or to make decision. So I think it's key. Like I was saying that okay, I'm trying to see what's going on here. I think that's key that you're going to use more than one platform. A few things are definitely different from one to the other, but there's a lot of similarities, right? So you want to be able to maneuver in case you're away from home, away from your screens. Like you said, the one thing we want with trading is to have some time and space freedom. And if you're only limiting yourself to being able to trade, if you're sitting in front of your masses, of course, everybody's got a good setup and y'all already know that I have a travel setup that includes my screen here, and I bought the Trio Max that allows me two extra screens. They're over here, um, and that's my travel screen system, right? But they're not the exact same as my big monster rounded monitor, and then I have my phone and my tablet. So it's great to be able to use some other stuff. Go ahead, Jamie. Were you
Yeah,
going to say something?
well, I was gonna say, yeah, what really kind of prompted this for me was, how you're always saying like, don't trade distracted and things of that nature. And it kind of dawned on me. It's like, hey man, if you're, whenever you're in a situation where you feel like you got to rush back home to place a trade,
Mm,
that means that you're trading distracted if you can't pull out your cell phone and at least place a
mhm.
trade or close a
Mhm.
trade,
Mhm.
that's still being distracted. So,
Mhm.
everything that I do is all about trying to figure out, how to be as efficient as possible to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
if I'm standing there frustrated because I can't figure out how to, place a trade on the cell phone, then that means, I'm slowing myself down. So I definitely,
That's
and,
true.
keep in mind, a lot of times with the web version of some of these brokerages, their web version might be a little bit closer to the desktop version. So,
Mm.
it's not like you always got to, like, you're not really having to relearn an entire, process or
Mhm.
anything like that. So just keep that in mind as well.
I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of the TOS web version at all. When TOS of several weeks back went down and couldn't get into the app, and I had to go to the web version to function, I was like, "Bruh." But that was like you said, it's kind of a um, indication that you need to make sure that you understand more versions so that if something happens, you're not left holding on because you don't know how to use your tools.
Yeah, I
We
don't
don't
think
want
I'm
that.
cool with web version either of them.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Stacy said, I'm still learning and I don't fully understand how news affects the stocks." Um, that's a very good point. Stacy, huge point. Good morning, Nori. I see that you're here. Um, Trying to watch and learn. Yes, definitely. First point I want to make is you're doing the right thing by continuing to watch and learn, because this is how the words are going to maybe sound like Greek or sound like some other foreign language, but the more you listen, you're going to start picking up things. The other thing is, like if we trade a lot of SPY and triple Q and SPX, and the SPX 500, which is mean there's, all those stocks are included in that 500 plus, at least 500, right? Or you're doing triple Q, which is in the tech sector. Well, if triple Q is a composite of all these different stocks, when the news affects one of those stocks, especially one that is weighted heavy, like let's say, for example, Nvidia is a big portion, or good percentage inside of triple Q, inside of SPX. Then when any news happens with Nvidia, it's going to potentially move the ETF. It's going to move SPY. It's going to move triple Q. If something happens with Apple, Apple's going to move these because they're a big percentage. So that's how news affects. That's why you'll hear some people say sometimes too, not necessarily to trade the ETFs, but to trade one single stock. If all you trade is Nvidia, then all you really got to worry about, quote unquote, is Nvidia and what's happening in the semiconductor space. If all you're trading is Amazon, then all you really got to worry about is what happens with Amazon, right? Of course, there will be some things that are going to affect that as well, but you don't have to worry about 500 different stocks that are inside of an ETF if you pick just one or two stocks and focus on that one. It just gives you opportunity to say, okay, if I'm trading a firm, for example, then I need to see what's happening in the finance space, what's happening with, interest rate related things. A firm is a financial, it's a fintech, right? So if something happens in finance, like interest rates change or go up or down, that's going to affect things that are interest rate um, interest rate affected. Tanya saying, I'm just the opposite. I'm more on my phone. The desktop version is challenging for me. Yeah, I agree with that. But so the other way, so people say they'd rather have the safety of an ETF because it's so many things. It's not going to be hit as hard with something that moves. So you say, okay, I'd rather be in something that's like cushions the Apple or cushions Nvidia because there's a lot of other stocks. But whichever way you choose, your question was about the news affecting it. If there's news about a certain sector, something going on in finance, let's say, then anything that's going to be finance based or finance adjacent is going to be affected by that kind of news. Okay, that's how you kind of keep that in mind. It seems like there's so much that you have to keep in mind and so much to look out for, almost too much to watch. And but what I've found too is that, and then I'll move on. What I found too is that many times what's happening in that chart is going to happen, and the news kind of just comes along and makes it happen, right? So the chart really still is the foundational place to look. There's some things that are going to be big news that are out of the blue and it's going to make things do, but for the most part, something can be in a sell zone, they get news and it drops. Well, it was already in a sell zone, so it dropping after that is shouldn't be, crazy to hear because it was already in a zone where it was set to go down anyway. Okay. That is that. Real quick about how did we do last week? Clap, clap. It's time for congratulations. Yeah. Okay. Last week, the option sellers trade ideas went 13 for 13, baby. 13 for 13. 100% win rate. If you picked anything off of our trades list last week, then you're welcome, Stacy. Then you should have had a profitable trade. Now, what happened throughout the week, I don't know. Sometimes prices get close and get you nervous. I know how that goes. But at the end of the week, all of these trades came out profitable. That maybe is something that helps us know that we need to let it play out. But who that can be difficult to let it play out. Yes, can be. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. All right. So then this week, though, we have a long list of trades for this week. Long list. Okay. Plenty of things to find here, right? If you just want to do put credit spreads, you've got a list of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 things to pick on the put credit spread side. If you are bearish and all you think is something's going to be going down, then pick something off the call credit spread list. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 choices over on the call credit spread list. If you're feeling kind of neutral and feeling like, I probably can go both ways with this, then you got Exxon and Zoom that are in the iron condor space, and that's because they showed up as neutral on the 50-day EMA. Okay. Lots to choose from here. Pick 1, 2, 3, 5 and trade them. This is the good thing. Selling strategies are great for those who don't have a lot of time to watch their screens. When you're a buyer, you got to enter correctly. You got to exit correct. You got to watch it along the way. You got to watch theta. You got to work all these different things. You got to pay your money on the front side. Okay. When you're selling, you get paid to trade and you don't have to watch it anywhere near as much. Not saying that you can't get breached and lose money. Please don't get me wrong, because you can, and I have lost money with selling trades, but but the stress of it wasn't because I had to watch it all the time. All right. Jamie says, Lady T understood. Honestly, the main reason I need the desktop is to back test and go back for time frame. I need much more data. Really think I like the desktop area too, because you can do on demand there. I do like, you can't do on demand in your apps and that kind of thing. So that's one of the things we do with the desktop, is it allows you for that, gives you the room for that. As I was talking about charting and such, there's a video I put out yesterday, day before yesterday, yes, on my YouTube channel, identifying support and resistance. For those who may be struggling with some of your charting things, identifying support and resistance. There was a question asked in one of our trainings and it got turned into some content. Yes, so that's on the channel. I maybe if Jamie, if you can grab it, I don't know if you have access to your YouTube. I could, but I don't want to slow the process down while I go and dig around. XSP was in the money this week.
What is it that you need?
I want the identifying support and resistance video link. Can we put
Okay.
that into the, thank you. And then now for the month of September, we are doing the September charting challenge. The September charting challenge. I know, and I'm gonna look right in the camera. I know that some of y'all, a lot of y'all are not charting. You're not charting. You're going with what somebody said. You're going with what, yeah, da, da. I'm not saying I'm providing strikes and everything. And with those strikes, last week we had 100% win rate, right? But sometimes along the way that it's going through, like Nori just said, her XSP went in the money last week. Okay, so that means we need to all look at what is going on with our charts to say, is this trending now and continuing through my strikes? Should I exit this trade based on what the chart shows me? All right, this is where you use your charts to help you along the way. Okay, that's what we need to do there. All righty. September charting challenge is going on within the membership. If you're already in my membership, there's nothing for you to do. If you are not in the membership, you want to be a part of the charting challenge, you need to join. Okay. Charting challenge, it's running along the bottom. Actually, you can join it at the Educator to Trader website, catertotrader.com. You can join it right over there. Join the charting challenge. We're going to do things like, do I have another graphic after this one? I think I did. I think I left it there. which is the one that talks about what actually is going to be included. Okay, are you going to move? Nope, that's not the graphic. That's next. We're going to look at the candlestick basics. It says here on the graphic, the trends, support and resistance, gaps, indicators. We're going to look at broadening formations, just all the things. We're going to start from basics. Our title, from basics to breakthrough. And this is going to help you generate more profits in your trading because you're going to have a better understanding of where the price is going, what's a good time to get in, what's a good time to get out, all of these things. Okay, go ahead and join us over there. I won't we don't have a lot of time left, but what is there? Let me never mind. I'm not gonna even ask. I'm just gonna move on to the next screen. Moving on, moving on. Okay, this is that was triple Q. SPX has opened up this morning. We're 30 minutes into market open. SPX looks like it hit some resistance. We gapped up to open. First of all, there was a gap up. It hit some resistance around 56.45, and it is now pulling back into the gap. And maybe see about if it can fill this gap up. The gap that was created from the open this morning. Time frame continuity has us, the first hour has us red, but the day has us green, which I think is interesting. We're still in the first hour. How are these two separated already? Not real sure. Either way, maybe it's on the hour, like hourly hour instead of like 30-minute hour. Hmm. I don't know. This is a good point. What makes these two be separate, the hour and the day separate already, and we're still in the first hour of the market? Or maybe in this hour, this first hour was red, but the day is green. I know, maybe because I don't get it. Anyway, that's what's happening right now in SPX. Let's look at what's happening in triple Q so far this morning. Time frame continuity showing our day and week, which is all three of these really should be in cahoots because we're on the first hour of the day, we're in the first day of the week, and we're in the first part of we're in the third week of the month. So, but this week this is so our day and week will all be together because it is the first hour, the first day, and the first day of the week of this week. So all these should be the same, and they are. In this case, they're all the same. Triple Q's definitely had it hit its. This up here, this candle here from 9:30 was a shooter, and what did it do? It's shooting candlesticks, candle patterns. They matter. This is all a part of the chart. Let you know that this long wick means there was a lot of selling pressure, and what happened? We're selling. Right? We had short selling pressure, and we are selling. All right, following your charts here. Let's see, DIA. SPY is going to look like SPX. There's no reason for us to look separately at that. DIA, which is the RUT, isn't it? Does the DIA go with RUT? Oh no, DIA goes with IWM. What goes with RUT, Jamie? DIA goes with IWM.
No, IWM and RUT go together. DIA, I thought was Dow Jones.
It is the Dow Jones. RUT goes here. RUT and the IWM go together. Ooh, RUT got a big old gap too, that it's just gapped up this morning. And it looks like a gap and go 2, 1, 2 going up for the stratters. 2 red, 1 is an inside candle. And if this 2 green goes above the high of this 2 here, it's going to be an upwards movement. The top of this candle is 22.35, and we're currently at 22.34 and some change. Let's look at IWM because IWM is acting like it want to go on up, and that's what it's doing.
Can you repeat what you just said? If what happens?
For RUT, if RUT goes, okay, this is I'll go back to the chart. This is a 2-1-2 formation on the 15-minute chart. 2-1-2 basically is a 2-1-2 reversal. You had a 2 down. This is a red candle. So 2 down. a one, which is an inside candle. And once it breaks out of this inside candle, going up above this two over here, going up above the high of 22.35. Once the current candle goes above 22.35, that's your indication that is continuing probably upwards.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Above 22.35.31 to be exact. Above the high of the first 15-minute candle, which is what you use for your breakout candle, right? You use that first 15 minutes as your breakout.
Yep.
When it goes above that candle, because you've got a 2-1-2, the potential that it's going to continue is there. Now that's a 15-minute candle. So if you're looking for a longer part of the day, this is a 30-minute candle here. 30-minute candle, we got a long wick. This first candle is a hammer. The first 30-minute candle is a hammer. So the opportunity for this means once it gets above 22.35.31, it's probably going to continue. Not investment advice, just saying above 22.35.31. Are you chewing
All
gum,
right.
Troy?
Now the meat, but what you're saying is we got to wait for a candle to close above that, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I
Got it.
sound like you're chewing. I do
Nope.
hear. Okay. Um, yeah, you want to wait for a candle to close above that. Absolutely. It's not where it goes, it's where it closes. That's what you want. A candle. Now, and if you're thinking about entering, remember, keep this in mind. If you're entering based on a 30-minute candle, then you need to watch some other time frames, but that's where you would exit based on that too. But I think you're doing a put credit spread and looking to do your such and such. You're looking to do your PDT hack and all the things that go along with that.
Yep. 15-minute chart.
hmm Okay, above 22.35.31 should be indication that it's going to keep it pushing. IWM 30-minute chart looks a lot like that rut just did, right? Which it should because they're the same, right? And then you got a hammer going right here above the top of this hammer, which is 222.23. So above 222.23 would be IWM above 222.23 would be, but if everything just flipped to a downward, it must have hit this because what I just saw, if you're looking at the chart, that it just hit this area here and went bearish as a reversal. So now you got to see what happens next. This is the patience part of trading because you need to see where it goes. Now, the good thing about selling is we're not as concerned about some of those things, but as a buyer, you have to watch this movement before you make that move. You got to watch the movement before you make that move. Okay. Okay, let's go here. All right, that was IWM. Is Janae here? I don't think so, huh? Ooh, look at that candle on the firm. I want to go up. I want to go up. I want to go up. It's came back down and filled that entire gap at the open. Now you still got buying. So it needs to now go on back past the resistance place. Remember, this is pivot points. Once it goes and breaks out past the high, 32.47, it's going to be free. This is a firm in case anybody's watching. A firm. I am. In case you in case you were wondering, I am. I want to look at triple Q though, because I want to see what my triple Q iron condor is still doing its thing. And I want to make sure that I don't think we looked at triple Q this morning. Triple Q's on the pullback. Anything above 480 was going to be entry going upwards, but nope, it don't want to do that at this point. So we're going down. Yeah. Okay. Triple Q pulling back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. DJ Boat says, let me show it. I'm trying to show the whole message. I have a 1K starting balance and I want to trade credit spreads without being stuck on my computer all day. Which one of your courses should I buy? Well, lovely. Lovely. Well, I would suggest that you get the Credit Spreads Masterclass. There's a Credit Spreads Masterclass. I did it a couple weeks back, maybe. No, it's been maybe a month. The Credit Spreads Masterclass was earlier this month. Yeah. I would suggest you buy that. It includes all things. It starts with what is a credit spread, the put credit spreads, call credit spreads, how do we trade them, how do we defend them? Everything you're looking for is going to be in that credit spreads masterclass. And I feel like it's $97 at the website at my website, educator2trader.com. All of my stuff can be found at educator2trader.com. What I would even suggest, this is a great class to buy to get, but for that very same price, you can join the membership. Joining the membership is going to have you, is going to give you access to this course, is going to give you access to the community. It's going to give you access to the charting. It's going to give you all the pieces that go along with for that same price point. So if you're, considering that, I probably would go ahead and join the membership and go with there. That way you're going to get all the things that go along with it that you're also most likely going to need. Okay. Not saying that I don't know anything about whether you're able to chart or you're all those things, but increasing our knowledge never hurt. Increasing our oh yeah, triple Q is falling off the bone. What is the deal? What's happening over there? We're at 476 already. What's going on there? Anybody got any ideas of some news pop up, or were we, as Jamie would like to say, were we already in the sales zone? If you're already there, I'll be there. You're already there. You don't got to worry about it. Just fall on down. Fall on down. Okay. That was triple Q we looked at. Okay. Let me take us.
Side note.
Out. Yep.
Side note. Janae is here, but
for
some reason we can't see her.
What? Is that what she said? I'm here and y'all can't see me?
Yeah. She's in the Telegram.
Did she comment?
Look, she said I got proof and sent a screen capture.
Send a comment and it's not showing up. YouTube, is she on YouTube?
See her at all.
YouTube is what?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that is so weird. Tanya was saying the desktop is important for accurate charting to see the entire picture. I do agree with that completely. All right. There are people in our community that are trading SPX every single day. And if you're one who has joined on or has gotten this playbook and you're trading it, this is something, all of this goes together with the charting too. But if you want to see how you can trade SPX or XSP every single day, like something on me, every single day, SPXplaybook.net, you can get that entire playbook for $27, and it gives you a good solid strategy for trading SPX every single day. SPXplaybook.net. I believe we're wrapping us up. Let me make sure I got the next thing coming. Come quicker. Come quickly. Here we go. Jamie, you got anything you want to add before I take us out?
Nope, I think that's it. Everybody just be careful and be on the lookout for our Forex Factory and investing.com list that's coming out for this week, as well as our earning stuff.
It's on me.
Be careful.
Yes, definitely. We got a few things happening this week. All right. Our trader's declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. How about we say it till it till it is so. Say it till it's so. Say it till it's so. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All righty. As Jamie was saying, we do want to trade wisely. We want to make sure that we're doing our best market looking as best we can as we enter trades and we enter different things that we want to do. Looks like Triple Q has in the middle of a pullback for whatever the reason happens to be. And if an opportunity presents itself, then you go with the opportunity. But make sure that you're using your trading plan. One of the things I gave out, one of the things I gave out a couple days ago to my community and to the internet at large, if I'm honest, is a place to journal your trades. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, I'm in the wrong chat. A place to journal your trade. So that way you can keep track of the trades. I am challenging my own self this week to really do a better job writing down all of my trades because I write some down and I write them down after the fact. I might keep track of the money, but I'm not necessarily keeping track of all the things that go along with the trade, which could be the journaling of it. What was the reason? Why did I get into this? What was my prep? What's my entry? What's my exit? What's my target? All of these things are important when you're setting your trades. And I think if you use those, you're going to have a better opportunity to make sure that you can rinse and repeat. That's the thing that we need to do. I see the graphic, but I do not see the link to it.
Side note,
Yep, go ahead while I keep looking.
um, just so people are aware, I know that it can sometimes feel cumbersome in order to journal, but keep this in mind as well when we are placing our trades. At the very least, I know you can do it in Thinkorswim. When you get ready to put your trade in, there's a notes section where you can type notes in there, and that is a great place to put information because you can always go back and retrieve that information at a later time. So even
Hmm.
if you feel like, hey man, I don't want to go grab a different app or something like that, you can still put those notes in. I'm trying to remember.
Is there a way
I
to
don't.
go get the notes like as a total, or you got to go to each chart to get the notes? Can you go somewhere after the fact and get all the notes? You understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, and I believe it is under. I think it's under monitor and then account statement, maybe something like that. Because I know I've seen it before, but it's under one of those other tabs, and
Hmm.
because you'll see it in like a list. But I can tell you that each time you put a note in there, it's gonna always register it, even if you just hit hit the space bar and the period. Like it'll still register for that particular
Okay.
area, and it'll show something, show that there's something there, so you can definitely go back and take a look at it. And I'll
Hmm.
look for
I'm
it, our
trying to
listener,
get
to
the
let you
link.
know where it is, so we can always
Okay.
use that next time.
Okay. I'm trying to find the link to that document I just was showing you with for a place for you to journal your trades. I'm gonna plan. My plan is to do mine online because I, of course, always have something. If I do it in my Google Drive or something like that, I got a good chance of doing it more readily. Um, I'm almost there. Feels like my, of course, computer is going at the pace it's going with all the things that I got running on it at one time. I feel like I'm close. We're getting closer than close. Closer than close. Maybe, because I'm not seeing it now. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, so if you're part of any of my groups, you should be able to see this, but I really feel like it should have shown up by now. I'm scrolling down my own page, but I'm not seeing it there. Maybe I put it on, maybe I only put it inside of our Facebook group. That could very well be where it is, because that would be a good place for it, huh?
It's located under for Thinkorswim. I'm speaking for Thinkorswim. Sorry to interrupt. For
That's all right.
Thinkorswim, it's located under Tools, and then go to ThinkLog, and that's where you'll find it.
Under
Tools,
tools. So
ThinkLog.
you're under, oh, tools. I see. Okay. I see the
Yep, right
tools
next to
there.
charts.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sharing your screen if you're
I
trying
see
to,
that now.
or at least
I
not
know
with
I'm
your
not sharing. I know I'm not
okay.
sharing. I'm not trying to at this point. I'm not sharing it. I'm trying to see if I could get to that link, but I cannot. So maybe I need to add it to my, put myself a note. I'll add it to my freebies page. That way it'll be there. Make myself a little note
And
so I can
just
do it.
so everybody's aware, if you decide to use that feature, um, just keep in mind that if you have a printer, you can print that information, or you can export that list to a file, like like a CSV file or whatever,
Oh, there it is.
where you can always import that into a database and all that other kind of stuff. So there's things that you can do that they give you the option to be able to do with that information, so you don't have to worry about losing it.
Okay, I'm putting the link. Oh, it's a long one. Oh my. I didn't know it was. I don't know why
Jesus.
that I don't think that's what that's supposed to be. It's humongous. I think it takes you back to the post. I think that's what that does. It takes you to the post.
Man.
Right, right. Let me go. If I click on it, maybe it'll take me nope. It'll take me to the place where the link is. That click. If you click on that, it's gonna take you to the post on Facebook, which is not a bad place to be. So if you get there and you need to go ahead and register and sign up. Let me see. Here we go. I think I have
They use
it
every
now.
character known to man for that
A
link.
link. Right. Right. Here we go. Let's use this one. This is actually pretty long as well, but there it is. That shouldn't be that long, but I've said to get now. Hi, hi. So anybody who's on, let me see. I can put it over at IG. Let IG say no, not so. IG's real finicky about the posts, about the links. I feel like something is on me. I'm struggling. Something on me. Don't know what okay, I gotta go because I need to go. I'm going to teach in 9 minutes. Let me see where I am. That link should have gone. It should have gone now. Okay, everybody. Let's do two things today, right? We need to number one, we want to stay green. Number two, we want to get this money. All right. I will see you all in the chat. See you in the market. I want everybody to have a great green day. All righty. I'll see y'all later. Bye,
Have a good
everyone. Bye, Jamie.
one. Bye bye.